Well, he's busted up. You know, I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital.
What is next for Ilia Topuria? Now, Ilia Topuria's got to heal. He's got to heal. And there's nothing Ilia Topuria can do because I feel he's set in his ways of how he goes about his fights, and how he goes about his fights aren't bad. I think he will always have a hard time with somebody who's able to withstand the shots that Ilia Topuria's can.
Ilia Topuria's unbeaten run came to a surprising halt at UFC 250, but the result itself is not the only concern coming out of the event. The bigger issue is the injury he may have suffered during the intense battle inside the octagon. According to Dana White, Topuria is believed to have sustained a possible orbital fracture after enduring one of the most physically demanding fights of his career. White described the damage as significant, and because of the injury concerns, Topuria has immediately shifted his focus toward recovery and rehabilitation.
He's busted up. You know, I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital. I don't know that's not a fact, but I'm just assuming. And my plans for him are to go home and rest and recover and take his time. And you know, tonight was a rough night for him. I just want to make sure he's healthy and good, and not even thinking about him fighting again. Just want him to go home and relax and rest.
Following the event, Dana White provided more details about the aftermath by revealing that Justin Gaethje earned a total of $825,000 in performance-related bonuses. The payout highlighted just how impressive his showing was and reflected the major impact of his performance on one of the sport's biggest platforms.
Tonight, our fight of the night, Ilia Gaethje. The performance of the night, Gaethje and Gone. So Gaethje wins like $825,000 in bonus.
Justin Gaethje later shared his thoughts on the matchup, giving credit to Topuria's explosive speed and effective attacks to the body. However, he explained that as the fight moved into the later stages, Topuria's early momentum appeared to slow down. Gaethje felt the balance of the fight began to change as the pressure increased, with the constant exchanges testing Topuria's confidence and ability to maintain control.
Put it into words right now. I mean, just trying to enjoy this moment. And yeah, it was such a crazy ride. We had a lot of delays. A couple of the like the rehearsal delayed, tonight delayed. But yeah, you just, you know, these are the, again, I wouldn't recommend this to my enemy. We are some of the toughest people on this earth, mentally, physically. All these guys up here and all the guys that lost tonight. We and me specifically, I've said it from day one. I'm a promoter's wet dream. And I proved that tonight.
Emotional when I fight was Justin Gaethje, last fight. It was like when I go to the cage, you know, this guy, he hit like truck, you know, like nobody hit harder than Justin Gaethje. His kick, his punch, his left hook, right uppercut, you know, it's like, but I make him hit me, you know. Like when I go to the cage and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring him to the deep ocean.
Yeah.
Deep ocean is like I'm gonna make him tired on stand up, and I'm gonna bring him on ground and finish him there. You know, first of all, what I have to do, because he have very good wrestling base. He is very good wrestlers, and like beginning of fight, I knew like this guy don't let me wrestling, and I go through on his punch kicks. And you know, it's like everything what happened with father, like I was think like.
Elaborating on his mentality during the fight, Gaethje explained that his strategy involved remaining calm even while taking significant punishment. He emphasized that enduring those difficult moments pushed him into a heightened survival mode, where staying focused and composed became essential inside the octagon.
There's one name, and we all know whose name that is Arman Tsarukyan. He is the guy that should get the shot. I think Justin Gaethje deserves right now to go and do whatever he wants to do, take as much time off as he likes, within reason. But Arman Tsarukyan needs to be the first defense. The man has been beating everybody. I mean, he's phenomenal. I mean, some of the performances that he's had, the finishes that he's had, and just the run that he's on, and the popularity credibility that he has gained. You know, I mean, look at that, beating Charles Oliveira. I mean, destroying Dan Hooker last time out. And look at that against Beneil Dariush. It was mere seconds, like 16 seconds or something crazy like that. Arman Tsarukyan.
29 years old. He's made a ton of fucking money. And, I mean, every great athlete loses. GSP lost. I've lost. I've gotten knocked out. Only person who hasn't lost, actually, he has lost. He lost to Hamill. John Jones has also lost. All the greats have lost, ladies and gentlemen. We've all lost, and that doesn't say that Ilia Topuria can't.
Moving the discussion toward the lightweight title race, Michael Bisping argued that Arman Tsarukyan had earned the right to compete for the championship next. He suggested that no other contender had built a stronger case at this moment, and that the division should move forward with Tsarukyan as the clear next challenger.
Versus Arman Tsarukyan, that'll be a sick fight too. He's gonna have to deal with Arman Tsarukyan's athleticism, his wrestling, just his will to move around and just be dynamic as an athlete. You know, can Arman withstand Ilia Topuria's power if you get him out? Now, next time Ilia Topuria fights, if it isn't a title fight, it's gonna be 3 rounds. So Ilia Topuria has less rounds to work with. If it's a title fight, so he's got 5 rounds, it changes the strategy a little bit. You guys don't realize that. When you're doing a 3-round fight versus a 5-round fight, things change.
Before you come to welterweight, you can't beat Justin. You need to spend 2-3 years in the hospital to fix your face, brother. Brother, why you do this? This bullshit guy, you look like strawberry. Don't compare legacy for mine to Ilia, this bullshit guy. I'm just joking, I'm not saying it, but bullshit guy. You talk about legacy, double champ, double champion. Brother, yes, lightweight and welterweight, brother. You can't come and ask for a fight. You can't even beat bullshit guy Justin Gaethje. Why this guy beat you, brother? Brother, this guy is Justin Gaethje for Bibi Netanyahu. Brother, you can't beat Justin. You want to fight the double champ? Come on, brother. Spend 2-3 years in Dr. Miami. Fix your face, brother.
Demetrius Johnson also weighed in on potential future opponents for Ilia Topuria, pointing toward challenging stylistic matchups like a fight against Arman Tsarukyan. He explained that Tsarukyan's wrestling ability, athleticism, and movement would create a fascinating test. Johnson also emphasized that the number of rounds can completely change the strategy of a fight. In a 3-round contest, fighters have less time to adapt and make adjustments, while a 5-round championship bout provides more opportunities for momentum shifts, tactical changes, and long-term endurance to become factors.
Тебя тоже ждали на этом турнире, но вот Хабиб на нашем подкасте сказал, что он не хотел бы, чтобы ты там дрался. Сейчас ты понимаешь, почему он это сказал?
Плюс-минус понимаю, но у нас были разговоры. Я уже, как говорил, там в Твиттере я выкладывал. Иногда, если я молчу, все думают, что соперник, если разговаривает, то он правду говорит. Мне утром позвонили, предложили бой, я согласился. Ничего не прося, мне сами предложили бой с плюсом в гонораре. Потом на следующее утром перезвонили, сказали, что Топурия захотел где-то 20, что ли, миллионов. Ему отказали, и все, бой сорвался. И через пару часов его менеджер дал интервью, сказал, что нас не устроила сумма, чтобы подраться с Исламом, но за те же деньги по контракту.
Meanwhile, discussions surrounding a possible Islam versus Ilia matchup have reportedly come to a stop for the moment, with Ilia first needing to regain his title before a fight with someone like Islam can become a realistic option. Islam previously claimed that he was willing to accept the matchup on short notice without negotiating specific terms, but said the fight eventually collapsed after reports emerged that Ilia Topuria was requesting a $20 million purse. He added that Topuria's team later explained that financial disagreements were the reason the bout never materialized.
Когда ты молчишь, они болтают, и люди начинают им верить просто в интернете, я думаю. Травма, они уже обо мне переживают. Прими там бой, я приму, но нет уже контракта, как я приму? Что я приму вообще? У меня нет никаких...
Islam's coming back from an injury, a hand injury. As soon as he's ready, we'll figure out what's next for him.
У меня есть старая травма руки, но это после завершения моей карьеры я ее буду оперировать. Но сейчас это не причина, что бои какие-то срывались. На делах мы видели, что было сейчас. Кто-то скажет, что это неправда, но я могу показать переписки с моим менеджером, мы с ним созванивались, переписывались. Я уже говорил тоже, мне он позвонил. В Белом доме бой против Топури. Я говорю, все, давай сразу. И дали мне, я даже не просил, они говорят, Лига, гонорар поднимается, то, что Белом.
At this point, those discussions no longer carry the same weight because the momentum and confidence surrounding Ilia have changed. He now has to rebuild his position and prove himself again before making major claims or calling for the biggest fights. Returning to Justin Gaethje's surprising victory, MMA Guru described the result as a massive upset, claiming that Gaethje defeated Ilia Topuria by fourth-round TKO at UFC 250 on the White House lawn to become the undisputed lightweight champion. He framed the outcome as a major turning point in the MMA landscape, explaining that Gaethje outperformed Topuria through most of the fight despite facing moments of adversity.